Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you can join me today. And today's topic of discussion is organization, routines, and time management, and how these tools are so essential to be inculcated in our daily routines so that we can achieve our success seamlessly and through the path of least resistance. I'm the person who is looking for shortcuts all the time to do my stuff because I don't want my activities to be time consuming. But when it comes to learning, I want to just sit at one place and keep researching and researching and researching. So, research is my go to tool to understand why stuff works so that I can find the path of least resistance, the shortcut to everything I wish to accomplish. So, this video is not going to be about the basic tips about how to inculcate the habits you want to inculcate in your life, but it is more about how the human psyche actually works, what happens when you're starting to have new habits, and why these habits are important, and how to seamlessly make them blend in our daily routines, and how these little habits and routines and these time management tricks and tips usually just doesn't seem like much but ends up being the mountain that we just feel like, ooh, we are right there, like we can see our vision bright and clear. So if you're just looking for the tips and tricks, please look in the timestamps below where you can find in the third part of the video just the tips and tricks. So to introduce this topic, I would like to start with that wanting to start a new life and wanting to start on a new path, it is almost impossible and really hard to know where to start. But this urge to start something new, go exploring, is as old as humanity itself. So this is a confirmation that yes, you're allowed to, you're right, and it is perfectly fine to start something new, to want to go exploring, and to just want to have a different life, even if by societal standards you feel like this is what you should want, or that my parents worked very hard to get me here so I should go through with this, or this is what I'm supposed to want by your conditioned mind. But here's the thing, human being is a wanderer and explorer. No matter how many boundaries we create for ourselves, no matter how many countries rise up or how many wars we start, we are at the core wanderers and explorers, and we are gonna create our own ways to just be humans, to just be happy. And the desire to start something new, to give up on what you're doing, to change something in itself comes from your subconscious telling you that the present situation is not at all serving you. Boredom, frustration, stress, fidgeting, anxiety, lack of interest in life, these are just some of the feelings through which your subconscious is telling you that please, I need something more. Because you are meant for so much more. You're meant to explore and be whatever you want, only if you listen to your own self. Now that you realize that it is perfectly fine for you to want to start something new and explore something new and be something else, let's talk about what it actually takes to make a new path and to create, persevere, and find success in the new path that you have chosen, or even just to find fulfillment in that path. Being a Virgo North Node and a Pisces South Node, you can trust me that I have tried, failed, experienced, and then tried again. This is like tried and learned experience for me. There are many things that come so easily to me. There are so many skills like writing, cooking, talking to people, emotions. These are so easy. What is really hard is to create plans, be organized, stay on your task, be focused, and keep on doing what you're doing. It is so hard for the people who have brains like me. But even for the scatterbrain creatives, the only way that their success path in today's world will work if they have a successful routine, an organization system, and time management. Because you're always gonna be making up plans in your head, creating an art in your head, but you would never actually go, sit, and start to working on it. Therefore, the routines and systems come into being so that they can help us through it all. Because our human brain is designed to just create, and our human body is just designed to survive. But carefully designed routines and systems actually makes your mind and your body work together in harmony to create something in this world, even if it's an entrepreneur's journey or a creative's journey. So here are 12 ways the organization systems and routines help us in achieving our highest purpose. Number 1, cellular memory. The way you look, the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, the way you look, everything is decided by your genes. Your genes are doing nothing but recreating the same image you have of yourself every single time. It is gonna create the black color for my hair and the brown color for my eyes. It is gonna keep repeating that because that is how it has been programmed by my genes. But this cellular memory not only works for creating the way I am, it actually works for creating the character I have. Like, get up in the morning and what is the first thing you do? You have cultivated this habit that you will go brush your teeth, go to the washroom, have your breakfast. Your body has gotten used to it and now it does those things on autopilot. So when we use these cellular memories, aka the routines, they are literally the autopilot for your body. So when it's 7 p.m., you're gonna feel hungry. So at 6 o'clock, you're gonna feel like, okay, I need to prepare dinner. So 6 o'clock becomes your routine to go and make your dinner. When you wake up, you have to go to washroom at 7 o'clock, so it will wake you at like 6:45. You have to have breakfast at 8 o'clock and your body will start signaling at 7:45 that come on, we need to go make that tea, make that coffee. Your body has a clock of its own. So when you work with this clock, when you put it on a schedule, it is gonna work with you. You won't even have to think about it. You won't have to dread every night, oh, I have to wake up at this time. No, your body is gonna make you sleep at 10 o'clock. Your body is gonna make you wake up at 5 o'clock. It is gonna bring about all these urges inside of you so that you will follow that routine. So it is best to work with our own internal clock and our own internal systems to develop the routines that will serve us the best. To start this, just make one single promise to yourself. It could be the time you wake up, or one activity that you do in the evening, or it could be washing of dishes, or having dinner at a specific time. It could be literally anything. Just keep that one promise to yourself every day, and I'm telling you, in like 1 week, you won't have to do it all by yourself. Your body is gonna make you do it. And then all of your other routine is gonna be adjusted around this time. So it becomes your cellular memory. You're not even thinking about it. You're on autopilot. So the second way these routines help us is these are clearing our bases out. So when you have a routine for every single thing in your life, you have your dinners planned, lunches planned, breakfast planned, your sleep time, wake time planned, your study time planned, your work time planned. You are literally making your body work on autopilot. You're feeding it all the information about the important stuff. So these are the basic activities that I mentioned. You already have them sorted out. You don't have to think about it at all after this. Your body is gonna make you do it. So when you don't have to think about what to eat, when to eat, why is my body reacting this way, and it is just doing the normal activities on its specific time. So now when you don't have to think about your food, your daily routines, and all the other activities that are essential to you because you have put that on autopilot, you have all this other time left which you can utilize to do the stuff that are actually important, the stuff that will make your success, that will make your vision become a reality. Anything you want, you can develop all this other time, all this other space. So why does having a basis clear so important? There is the third way that it serves you is you are now like, yeah, I now know how my routine is and what is essential for my body and what is essential for my mind and how I work, what is my daily routine. Now this is the time when your mind actually gets out of the survival mode of just going through the normal menial tasks and actually starts imagining the scenarios that are impossible, that are big and great, and that can actually create a happy and fulfilling life for you. The point here is that these routines are not only putting your body on autopilot and clearing your bases, it is actually pulling your mind out of that survival mode, which just goes through, okay, I need money, I need food, I need to go to washroom, I need to sleep, I need to do all these things that people put on us and the things that are essential for our body. This is survival mode. Your mind is not at all thinking of anything other than just this. So when you put all the activities that are essential, everything, you make time for them, put them in routine, you are putting them on autopilot and you're freeing your mind to do its actual job, which is to create for you and serve its highest purpose. So what is the next step that happens after you start imagining these impossible thoughts, these impossible visions that excites your mind and your brain, but you're like, okay, where did that come from? But isn't it exciting? Well, then you go back and take inventory of what works and what doesn't work. Because since you're on autopilot and now that you know that you have a new vision, you start comparing that what I have and how I'm living my life and how it is comparable to the person I want to be. You go through everything that works for you, that you want to take into your new life, and you change it. And the plus point is you already know how to change your habits now, because that's what we cleared just now. Create a new routine. Just make one promise to yourself and keep it for a whole week, and your body will develop a cellular memory for that activity to be done exactly at that time. So taking inventory is a very important step of changing yourself into the person who is walking the path you do want to walk on. So now that you have developed a new routine and you have a vision, and now you know all the inventory of what works and what doesn't work and what needs to be changed, you adapt to it. You simply by knowing how these routines works with our brains and our bodies, now you have become so agile and so adaptable, because I have changed myself just by this one routine. I feel different. I can make another habit. I can have third habit. I can just change my whole being. I can just put myself on a new autopilot mode with new activities for my own self, just by adapting to myself, to my vision. Did I say that right? This time you are actually creating those routines not act out of your survival instincts, but because they are supposed to serve your vision. And that is where you know that your progress is being served by those routines and systems you have put in place. Now that you have adapted yourself to all of this, you have changed drastically. What do you realize? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? It's self-actualization. You understand now how powerful you are and how easy it is to just start something, to walk on something without even knowing where you are going. But when you start and when you know yourself, now you can go anywhere. You can start anywhere. You could be on top of a mountain or under the sea. You're like sea diving, and you'll always be home because you feel safe with yourself now, because you understand yourself now, your routines, your systems, and the way you are. You now understand this whole being, and you know how powerful, how adaptable, how fragile, and how smart this whole person is. And that person is you. And you can do all of this just by seeing how much you have accomplished. You right now are doing everything that will satisfy your mind, your body, and your soul by performing the activities that serve you the best. All these things are really important right up until you realize who you are and your self-love pops right up and you realize how powerful you are. But then starts the real progress, because now you are bored. Yes, that's what happens next. You get incredibly bored. Why? Because your systems are in place, you're doing everything to achieve your mission, and you like yourself. So you're not doing activities that you actually hate or something that makes you loathe yourself, or sitting in a room and being depressed. What are you doing? You are being boring, right? No. Boredom actually serves the highest purpose in this world. We do not give boredom enough credit. Boredom actually persuades you to go and get into trouble. It persuades you to leap into what you have been avoiding without being ready. And you won't fall into the snare which tells you, oh, I'm not ready yet. What if I do this first? Or maybe I should change these things first. But you have already accomplished all of that. You have already gotten out of your survival instinct. You like yourself and you are taking steps towards your vision. So what is stopping you? What is stopping you from taking that giant leap out of your boredom? Nothing. And this is when you realize, let's go get into trouble. And that's where life is. Taking risks. Taking the risk to serve yourself first instead of thinking, what if, what this person thinks, or what will society say? You'll just do it every single time because now you know yourself. All your bases are clear. Out of all of this, the most important gift that you receive is the gift of time. You have all your bases clear. You do not have time to sit and cry, and now you're taking giant leaps towards your success. Everything is clear. What is left? You are left with a huge chunk of time because all your routines, all those systematic processes have stopped being so time consuming. You can literally do them so easily and in such a short amount of time that you are surprised. So what do you have? You have the gift of time. You can innovate, you can start something new, you can create, you can dream up stuff, you can travel, spend time with your family, you can take up new courses, you can learn a new language. You can plan out your next steps. You can become a whole new person. Anything really. It's up to you. Your mind is free and your time is free and you're right on the path. Do whatever you want. You have the gift. But here's the thing. since you are becoming so much more confident and you are so happy with yourself, and now you have so much time left, there are very good chances that you are going to use this time to expand as a person. And the more you expand, the bigger your vision gets, and the bigger your vision gets, the bigger success becomes. So all these routines and systems and these organized behaviors are the little steps. They work as a domino effect, that even the tiniest bit of the tile is capable of like driving a tile that is the height of Mount Everest down. Because the little steps count. They all count. In the bigger scheme of things, it all counts. So don't be afraid to just start with one little habit and keep expanding, and you never know. After all of this, there's one thing that is bound to be there. Because so far you have been acting towards yourself. It is just you against you, and you were adaptable to it because you knew every single equation in this sector. But when you go out and actually do stuff, there is this factor which is unknown: the universe, the world, the people around. And sometimes you fail. Sometimes you fail and you have to go around it and try something new. But since your foundation is so strong, your vision is so clear and in your face, you learn to fail well. You fail well. Like, now you know that failure is part of it, and it is actually directing you to something else. Because if tiny little habits can get you whatever you want, then obviously this little failure is obviously telling you that this doesn't align with who you are. So you go and align with the stuff that is actually in alignment with you and try your luck at that. And last but certainly not the least, the 12th way it serves you. These habits, routines, organizations, they are building a very important asset in your life. The asset that will see you through everything. The asset that you need to take care of for all of your life. And it will serve you every single time. You have to take care of it, and you can utilize it to build anything, acquire anything, or be anything. And that asset is you. These little tiny habits that you customize for your vision actually builds you up. You are the true asset of your life. Your life cannot go without you. And what if you put the same amount of value you put in everything else, everyone else's opinion, everyone else's pictures? If you put the same amount of value in yourself with tiny little habits, you'll be able to build yourself and love yourself and use yourself like an asset. Now, to end this video with the tiny little generic tips that you can start having these routines in your life are: number one, keep one single promise to yourself every single day. Doesn't matter how small, but if you keep that one promise, first of all, you start to trust yourself that you are a worthy person and a person worth trusting. Plus, it will build your cellular memory. Number two, once you keep your one promise, make another and then another until you have a series of promises that actually seems like to build your character as a person. Number three, take inventory of how your mind, body, and soul are actually reacting to these habits. Sometimes we take on the habits that we think we should have, like giving up coffee, or waking up at a certain time, or doing the meditation practice, or going to gym. Look, if it works for your body, mind, or soul, it's fine. But if it doesn't, give up. It is not in alignment with you, and you're not here to hate yourself. You're here to progress. So find something else that works, and there is definitely something else for you. Number 4, always go to the end, to the vision, to the last part. Doesn't matter if they are parties, money, people, having fun, adventures, whatever it is. Be honest with yourself, be honest of what you want, and then drive back until the start of it, and then create activities to reach the end. It always starts with the end. It's the upside down world. Fifth of all, start a meditative practice. There are 2 types of meditative practices. One, sitting still, lying still, and going into your own subconscious. Or the second one is doing your hobbies. That could be running, writing, reading, painting, anything. Something that you don't use your headphones on, but you're doing something else that you enjoy, so that your mind, and in the back of the mind, you are completely empty. And this also suggests that your mind is not ready to be empty yet. But when you're performing an activity that you actually love, you do go into a meditative state of mind. And this is where the pure joy and love comes from, which actually is the source of creativity in you. I cannot stress this enough. Choose whatever meditative activity that serves you. It will help inspire you and serve your creativity. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am very happy and I love you. Have a great day.